Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We've got a great show planned for you tonight. Please excuse my tardiness. Had a little technical difficulties on my end. Got everything squared away, but we got a great show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight we're discussing a topic that I think a lot of people go through. And that's what we'll be discussing is how to get over that fear of asking for that promotion or raise. Again, how to get over that fear of asking for your promotion or raise. Because far too often, you know, you see people get up in the morning, go to work and everything, and they do what's asked them. They do what's required.
Right.
And at some point, they get to a point where they feel like, look, I've done what I'm supposed to do. I see the company doing okay. I put in work or whatever. Now I feel I should be rewarded for it in the form of either promotion or in the form of a raise. And if it don't happen,
it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem. But a lot of times people just hesitate because they don't know how it's gonna be received. So I want to have that show with you guys tonight because I had a conversation with many of my friends over the years. Like, man, I'm thinking about asking for a raise, but they really don't know the angle or the pitch, how to go about doing it, how to to actually initiate that conversation with regards to, hey, listen, I need a promotion, need a raise. What do they need to do? So tonight's show, I'm going to give you a blueprint on how to, get over that fear of asking for a promotion or a raise.
All right.
Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? Another Thursday, the best day of the week, right?
Yeah, my head late as hell. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's all right. They with you, they with you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Also, give a shout out to mother producer, Slick316. What's up, Rick?
What's going on, Rick?
Hey, right now, again, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel. Again, that's Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Put Deonte Burden in the search part of the on YouTube.
Yes.
You should see the blue man icon come up, and you can subscribe to the channel from there. We got over 700 videos, a lot of great information covering from a motivational standpoint, a family development standpoint, a lot of great information and stuff, just like what we're doing here and stuff. And also right now, because it's kind of like a co-mingling on the topic, I also have my other YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, streaming there as well, because the topic kind of goes into that, even though it's more of a financial channel, but I try to do more motivation and personal development on Change Your Lives, but I wanted to kind of tie in both just in case, because the information we go over can be applicable to if you actually in a business deal or something like that. You're like, listen, we're at a certain point. How's the angle?
Right.
How do I go about it?
Right.
Because far too often, like, people come, I always say that palms up. Palms up. But we do business where I do a palm up, palm down.
Down, right.
And a lot of times, I say to people, when you go and look at it, okay, I want to get a raise, I want to get a promotion, and you go and have that conversation with your supervisor, your owner of the business, or whatever. I always say, shit, they know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
They know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
And a lot of times, as crazy as it sounds, they be on some, you ain't said shit, so you must be happy. The whole adage, closed mouth don't get fed, is real.
Right. That's true.
And you owe that like BS now, why you ain't just initiated? And that's where sometimes, we just can't expect people to just, take that initiation to do that. Before I forget, guys, to call in, feel free if you got any questions in regard to, a certain situation about you getting your own promotion or your raise, you need some, you want to share your story or that you had, be it good or bad, feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Please call in and everything.
Before we go further, say hey to your mama.
Hey, what's up, mama? What's going on?
Hey, mama.
Cognac. That's what I'm talking about. A good sticking in some yak, baby.
It's a good stick in the yak. You did something today I ain't seen you do before.
What that?
You put some Coke in there.
I put a little Coke in there.
Yeah, I ain't seen you put a little chase in there before.
Yeah, a little Coke Zero, man. A little Coke Zero and everything.
I said, what is Poochie doing? Is he getting old? He can't handle it? He got to water it down some.
Be one of them days, man.
Okay.
They are laughing. They see me. add a little different flavor to it, man.
Okay.
Add a little different flavor to it, man. But again, you were talking about how to get over that fear of asking for a promotion or raise. And no matter what platform you're looking at, I want everybody to put like a 1 in the comment section if you had a situation where you felt somewhat intimidated about asking for a promotion or raise. Put a 1 in the actual comment section if you have had one of those situations. And you know, since nobody knows you, it won't be a problem.
Right.
But that's one of the biggest things I think a lot of times people have them occurrences like, you know, wondering because you ever been in a situation where you like your supervisor son try to punk your ass?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like
that happens all the time.
When you want to have a conversation, like, look, man, when am I gonna be able to actually get a raise? When am I actually gonna be able to do something? And then they'll come back damn near like, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. Like it's they shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're like, no, man, like, damn, I gotta go through all that. I'm just, you know, stating it. And a lot of times, people play on your fears. Damn near like, once you get those threats, kind of like, look, man, I got a damn house note, I got this car note.
Right. Got the children.
Kids and all this shit. So I ain't gonna be kind of just going into the ant bed, trying to go over stuff. So they really don't take that. That was quick. Thanks for calling, Change Your Lives. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, I love this topic, and not to get too psychological on you all, but is there a possibility that people avoid asking for a promotion or raise due to perhaps childhood fear of rejection or decline? Something just to think about. I love the topic.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's possible. The question was, do people avoid asking for a raise or promotion due to maybe childhood fear, childhood trauma, things like that? I think it's possible. I think it's possible with doing it. But at the end of the day, you know, if you working in your job and you getting $15, $20 an hour, and your supervisor getting 25 or whatever, or he just been there a little longer than you, if you think he has the capacity to be some kind of psychologist to analyze that shit, you're gonna get your feelings hurt.
Right.
So
that's not what he get paid.
most of the time we work for somebody we feel is a damn idiot. So to be, I think they got the capacity to be analytical and just say, well, listen, man, I can see because the way they twitching their hands or something like that, they have some emotional scars growing up.
Right.
Maybe reaching. But I do think that's, as far as the root why people do it, it can be a rainbow of reasons with doing it. The why is, I don't necessarily know if it's important as to how to fix it. Because the why can be, like I said, it can be exposure, it can be childhood trauma, it can be like a confidence, all kind of different things. The reason why, you're not necessarily, you don't necessarily know your worth or know your value. You got an idea of it. Because far too often we hear that all the time. I know my worth, I know my value. Excuse me, supervisor starts saying, now, what you just feel that.
Right.
Well, they start saying, well, look, you ain't doing nothing but this, that, and that. Everybody else doing the same shit, so that's why you're getting paid that. Because you haven't really made assessment. So that's what we want to be able to get into that. But if there's psychologically, whatever your hang-up could be, we can go into that, but I think the actual format of going about fixing it, probably need to focus on that.
Right.
Because I don't know if you can make yourself confident. I don't necessarily know you can make it as far as we're doing it, because what you're doing is what you're doing. If you go in and work every day busting your tail and all that other kind of stuff, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, excuse me, what you need to get hypnotized? I mean, you know, like, if I start that cook.
Right.
So I'm saying you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know, and I appreciate that question, Carl. You know what you're doing. I just don't necessarily know, like, if somebody can actually go to fix your root doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this.
I think the root would have to be something that you would have to get over yourself, even though it may be a cause of your fear, rejection, like Slick says, and like Carter says, just a childhood trauma that you may have. This, unfortunately, and I hate to say it like this, your job is the real world. Your manager, your boss, your co-worker, none of them cares about that trauma or that fear that you have. They could give two shits about that, excuse my French, because they have their own issues. They have their own fears and childhood traumas and relationship traumas that they're trying to get over. So they don't want to put yours on their back either.
And to assume they got a capacity to be understanding about
To
it,
understand it, right,
is really reaching.
I say
But,
generally they just don't care. Like that's not their scope of work.
well, what I will say, if you follow the show in its entirety with the steps I give you, I think it'll help anyone, regardless of the situation or the root, the why you may be hesitant, the why you may be fearful of doing it. I think if you follow this process that I give you, it'll put you in a better place. So regardless of why, you'll know at least how to get over it. We're doing that. So we start overcoming the fear. We think about overcoming the fear of asking for a promotion or raise can be challenging, but preparation, confidence, and right mindset can increase your chances of success. Here are just a few steps we're going to go over to help you. The next time you got any kind of fear, you want to have any kind of approach to go in that situation, to have better confidence and better awareness of yourself to help you overcome it, right? And the first thing, guys, remember, guys, call in number 678-740-9894. The first step, guys, you got to make sure you prepare thoroughly.
Okay.
You got to prepare thoroughly.
Okay.
Have your shit together, know yourself inside out. Because a lot of times, you go in there with all this, these reasons, you got to always mentally prepare. What I always say, when you go talk to somebody, you got to be mentally prepared for their response. Because you go in there and say to me, I feel like I should get a raise. And then I tell you, I don't think so.
Right.
And shit, if you ain't really prepared for I don't think so, now you sitting there just gotta get on the damn phone.
Headlights.
Yeah, that ain't how I thought this shit gonna go.
Right. Like, it's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Right. Right.
So you gotta
Go ahead.
you gotta really just do that. Prepare thoroughly for everything. The first part you gotta do, guys, is that self-assessment. You gotta make sure. This is what I tell anybody. You gotta make sure you have a very great understanding of who you are, what you do, what you've done, what you bring to the table. Your achievements, your damn failures, what you done messed up on, any kind of reports, bad things, this, that, and that, right? Because what I always tell folks is, bring that shit up first, because people, you know how it is, a lot of times you'll mess up, oh, it's okay. But that'd be the first damn thing they bring up when you want to sit here and say, well, look, I want to do this, that, and that. Well, you did this. But if you say, hey, man, listen, I want to, have a conversation with you. Hey, listen, I know I did this about a year ago, so, with that's off the table. We can't bring that shit up. Now we can say, well, they can, but you actually diffusing it because you're addressing that initially. But do that assessment where okay, you're putting in so many hours, you've been versed with this, you got these certifications, we're doing it. We always got to remember, a lot of times when we're working for a company, or even just say you're doing business with somebody, metrics are key.
Right. That's true.
Because the theoretically here, I work hard, I come to work on time, I do a good job. This is basic shit you're supposed to do when you get a job.
Anyway.
Yeah, but when you start talking about things from a metric standpoint, listen, this rate has dropped. We've increased this. We're doing more of this. The company started to make more of this because we got less mistakes on this end. Now you can sit here and say, well, shit, it's tangible. Now I can see things, right? We start talking about more money, right? You got to actually be able to tap it. So you have to make that honest assessment with knowing it. Doing research. Research being saying, okay, a person in your position with your years of experience, with your skill level, what do they get paid in the open market? Local standpoint, national standpoint. So you can go in there and say, well, look, man, I've been doing this shit 15 damn years. And I got this, that, and that. Man, market is this. The market is this. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit here and say to yourself, know all this kind of stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, if it get asked, that's your justification for it. What I feel and what I know is two whole different things.
But also, what you feel, what you know, and what they feel and what they know is 4 different things. Am I correct?
That's 4 different things, but shit, if I sit there and show you statistical data and facts, we can't argue that. We can argue opinions,
right?
But we can argue results and facts,
That's
right?
True. We always say that.
So at the end of the day, having all that ammo together, I've been doing this X amount of years. Put that in there. You got to be prepared, and then don't mess around, get your ass, get your feeling hurt, and find out when your research, your ass overpaid.
Oh, now that's a shock to the system, ain't it? But let me ask you a question. Do you still bring it to them?
Yeah, it's on you. It's all about your sale.
Okay.
It's all about your sale of your bitch.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna tell nobody not to do it. So we started talking about, what we need to do to get on top of everything. first thing again, prepare thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare thoroughly. Get ready for rebuttals. Prepare for things they may say. Try to think about questions that you may be asked, and have them answers already. So when you talk to them, you're already prepared for it. Why should I? The company may be slow. Well, listen, I ain't gave anybody else a raise. Well, listen. Well, I just thought you got to be prepared for all kind of BS that come at your way, right? So that's the kind of thing about it, because you might be already emotionally charged because you're already tired and pissed off, and you feel like, okay, I ain't got promoted, I ain't got a raise, and so long. So you got to take all that out of consideration. You got to try your best to keep your emotions in check. So you got to, those kind of things. Got to make sure you're doing that. So be prepared for all that. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is, build your confidence. And again, we say you can't. I don't feel like you can make somebody confident, but you can work on certain things. You can just do positive self-talks where you just say, make yourself, I'm a believer, stand in front of the mirror and all that kind of stuff with doing it.
Around house saying you great, you can do
well, that plus, actually, I think a good thing that will make you feel better when you know off the top of your head what exactly you do. Because think about it like this, Lab. When do you actually look at your resume? Typically, when you're looking for a job or you need a promotion, right? So, and that may be years before then. My dog, he's a HR director, and he's very adamant about, Poochie, man, update your resume every quarter, and again, I ain't never, who does that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what happens is a lot of times you'll be at a job 5-10 years, you don't got half the shit you do.
Right.
Because it's routine, right? And the selling points of that, you really don't know. So that's the thing about it. When you sit there, man, I did this, I did that. Now you know, okay, who you are. That builds a confidence, because I truly do believe you don't necessarily get paid till you know who you are and you believe that thoroughly. Because if you know, okay, if I'm an accountant with 20 years experience, with a master's degree and all this other stuff, I know what the hell I'm supposed to get paid.
Right.
I know. If I've done this, I've done that, we're not going to play. We're not going to play with that. Nah, this is what the hell I'm going to get paid. And when you believe that, not just know that, believe that, then you're going to get paid. But if you sit there and say, well, look, man, shit, I just need to get this, that, and I'm not knocking nobody either way. I just need to get some money, I need to do this. You're going to get treated accordingly. Right. Like, look, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. And on the way to the studio, we had the, now I talk about it at the end of the show, too. The tax extension deadline coming up on the 16th. Okay. And I was talking to somebody that was, young in the game, that was about pricing. And one of the rules I would tell people, charge the prices that you want to, you need to charge the price. So if you ever have to go back and fix something, you don't feel some type of way. Right. Because like, I did it so cheap. I did it for free. And it didn't work. Yeah. Now I got to go back and fix it. So charge what you going to charge if you have to go back and fix anything. Okay. You can't be way over market, but I'm just saying, well, you charge what the hell you want to charge, but I mean for you to feel good about it. Okay. And everything. Because even somebody said, well, look, man, I want to work with this. If I got to go back and fix something or go back and change something, was it worth it? Because I charged the right price. So those kind of things be in mind. So just from a confidence standpoint. And you also practice it in regards to find you somebody that, if you have it, you may have just record yourself. But, hey, man, look, can I do my little speech, my little pitch to my supervisor? Yeah, with it and stuff like that. And if you can find somebody that can help you scrutinize it, they say, well, look, man, slow down, relax. Kind of go over this. You missed that. And they kind of poke at you, kind of like how that person possibly would do it. That'll help. So now you already had that and stuff like, damn, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Right. Yeah, you're right. I probably do need to bring that up or something like that. Have somebody kind of, just maybe beat you up.
You adjust it. Exactly.
Give you some good scrutiny and everything. If you don't have that, I get it. You can also put your phone down and record yourself. I remember when I was in grad school, we used to have those pitch contests. And a lot of times, we weren't able to meet as a group. Shit, I had to put that phone down. Hey, everybody, go over it. Like, damn, I moved too fast. Beat yourself up. So you can do both. Okay. You can do both. Again, we're talking about how to overcome that fear of asking for that promotion or raise. And so many times people handicap themselves because they really don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, like, you know, what's the old adage now with relationships? I know my worth. I'm not gonna settle.
Right.
You settle for every damn thing, yeah?
Why not?
Yeah.
Right. You date yourself at work because you don't want to lose a job. You need the job, like. So you gonna settle.
Well, here's the deal, right? So, what's the difference between the person that gets pursued and the person that got to sit here and keep asking? A lot of it's your mindset and confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people like, man, he just left and went to that place. They just left and went to that place. You know what I'm saying? And it is, confidence is attractive. Cause you've seen some cats out here look like Magilla Gorilla, but they walk around like they just, super stud. The girls all on them.
I'm the best there ever is. Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how that is.
Right.
I don't know if women can get away with it. But you know, I'm just joking. But you know, I always say that they, you know, just practice that to kind of do that. Because one thing, you know, your stuff. I always tell, you know, my children, the key thing with doing well on tests is you overstudy sometimes, and you know your stuff inside out. You just like, man, let's go get the test over with. You don't have no reason to be nervous because you know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I was in college, that was my thing. Like, I would study a lot, and then once I got down to getting ready to get the degree and started going over to get my master's degree, I started saying to myself, I already know this stuff. Like, I don't need to be up all night studying. So I would wait till the last day
For real.
to get it in, and I would get in and pass the test. But when I was studying hours and hours, I would forget so much. Like, I would forget it.
Really?
Because I was cramming too much into a small space, you know, pressure bust pipes. So I was just trying to cram as much as possible, because in our reality, we don't know what the test's going to be about in general. We're trying to cram everything we've learned in that semester within that course, from that professor, into a 2-hour study session.
Yeah, but you know, to your point, if you got tested on what you do on a daily basis, you ace the test because you do it all the time, repetition and stuff. But that's the thing about it, when you just get fully aware of yourself, and I think you'll be able to handle a lot of things with doing it and stuff. This is what I do. This is what I've been bringing here, and I also kind of, like I said, know those metrics. Those metrics you got to know. Increase this, decrease that, 100 whatever percentage of that. All this kind of stuff come into play. Be able to know that stuff inside out. Those things are going to appeal to the person you're talking to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Those are the kind of things about it, and know who your audience is. You know, shit, Joe, your third shift supervisor, he barely read. He's just been there 30 years.
Right.
So you don't need to go and all that stuff with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then some people will actually be scrutinized and all the other kind of stuff because, again, once we got everything here, shit, we can't argue that. So just kind of keep that in mind with your audience, too. If you talk too fast, talk too slow, giving them too much info or whatever.
That right there. Too much info is a killer.
But that's why you got to take time to kind of, you know, think about this stuff with that, man. And that's why we, you know, having this show tonight to help people get over that. Again, tonight we're talking about how to get over that, how to get over your fear of asking for a promotion or raise. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, a.k.a. About to say Mr. Short Dollar. This is Change the Live, hosted by Deonte Burden. Right there on streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Please feel free to call in. Please call in 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. We're going up different practices you can have to help you get over that fear. The third one, is document those achievements. You want to have some kind of portfolio. I learned that back in the military. Anytime we got I got a new award, new kind of certification. You know, I learned that from my OGs, my sergeant now. And I still got it today. All my little military folder, whatever license I had from the gun range, driving, classes I took, keep that stuff in there. You know, even you just say you become, you know, what was it, EOC, equal opportunity, whatever. What's sexual harassment? Some of them just regular basic HR class you can have. You know, sometimes people say, well, I'm forklift certified, hazmat certified. You know what I'm saying? I've already been, you know, done. I did all that shit, but I don't know if they even look at it no more in corporate. What's the stuff? Not the TQM, the green belt, yellow belt, Six Sigma. you know, the Six Sigma certifications and all that stuff, you know, and everything.
Right.
Well, you know, I was in corporate. You know, so you know all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Had those things, you know, dealing with efficiencies and stuff like that, having those kind of
See,
things.
you got that supply chain stuff, so I ain't.
You funny, man. But you know,
I don't do that.
but you know, just having a certain whatever kind of thing. If it's like a trending kind of new little certification or a little knowledge base to have, you got that and stuff. So just having those things in place, like one of a hot thing now, folks be Google having no different Google certification and Microsoft certifications. All just having that stuff in, you got a whole document and say, listen, I got all this.
Right.
Provide that on a sheet, have that documentation to validate. Because now we talking, now we provide validation. Highlight your leadership skills. Things that you've done, things you have actually created, you started, you know what I'm saying? They come from the inception of you. Training, what you've done with other people that's up under you, how they developed and stuff like that. Your team's doing this, they doing that. You can, just even the successes of somebody over you. The biggest thing is you got to sit here and just get words out of it, what I feel, what I think, and give tangible results to be able to show. That's the thing about it. Because like I said, we can always argue opinions, but we can't argue results.
Facts.
And that's it. It's always that.
Right.
You can't. And everything. And so many times people get caught up into that, okay? They get caught up into it. They don't want to take the extra step to look into it. Because I know that personally in regards to, I know that BS shit when I was going through, my last time when I was trying to get a promotion, I was in corporate. And I was trying to get it wasn't a CFO. It was a senior controller position or something like that.
Okay. Wasn't comp controller, was it?
No, I was just senior controller.
Senior controller.
Because you had a CFO up under there, but the position, you know how everybody got them damn titles. It's just like this glorified senior accountant or whatever over there. But the problem come up was I was overqualified for the position. But they were asking me to give all these things I've done, and I'm on brain cramp because for 14, 15 years, I haven't been asked that.
Okay.
So you got all these different things that a lot of stuff that I was doing that was really from a selling standpoint, a lot of times, it was real good stuff, but I ain't had to regurgitate it to sell it. You make sense? So I understand the struggle people have in bringing up the actual task they do from a selling standpoint. So that's why I can sit here and say that. And when you're struggling just to remember the stuff that is pretty outstanding that you do, it's hard to kind of relay that to the lab to make it sound impressive to the lab. You know what I'm saying? Somebody left a comment and
something? Yeah, Maya Thompson says, showing how you have added value. Let me make sure that's all of it. Yeah, that's it. Showing how you have how you have added value.
That's the biggest thing.
Right.
What do you people hear all the time, what do you bring to the table? What have you done and stuff like that? Just be able to show that, and put numbers to it. Numbers is what move a lot of stuff. Words is just okay.
Just words, really. They're just words. Like,
I do good. I work hard.
I'll be on time.
Yeah.
I ain't never been late.
Attaching them numbers.
Right.
That's the thing about it. Because we in an organization, who get paid the most? And in the organization, who get paid the most? You got an executive part, because they run it, but who get paid the most? Sales team. Sales. And why the sales? Because they're making the company money.
They're not expensive.
You may have a sales team that get paid on commission. They're getting paid more than that sales supervisor that's on salary. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to compensate them because they're doing what? Making the company money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I remember
a sales team each one of them making $1 to $2 million a year. I mean, you think about investment bankers.
Yeah.
Why they make so much money? People be like, why investment bankers? Because they make investments. They bring in money to these Merrill Lynches and stuff. That's why you got 23-year-olds worth $28, $38 million because that's what they do.
You got people that are doing that. And
right.
That didn't hit me until when I got out of college, and Prudential and Liberty Mutual had offered me sales job. And you just looking at the potential with doing it. I had a kid. I couldn't get into that. I couldn't do the whole commission thing.
That 20 hours a day.
If I didn't have any children,
right,
I could have did that and everything. But it just showed me like the earning potential with doing that. I could have definitely, how some kids you can take now, they good for a single, you know what I'm saying? Like, just say if you want to do truck driving, you single by yourself or something, it'd be great. But you got, 3 or 4 kids, that might be a little challenge. You want to come home and catch some games and stuff like that. I'm not knocking anybody, but some things probably be a little bit more suited for somebody young that's available, don't have those kind of constraints. And that's why you sit there and look at certain industries for doing that. But, getting back on topic with that, those kind of things, the more say adding, showing the value add, those kind of things, that has to be you got to be fully aware of that, okay? Again, we're talking about how to get over that fear of asking for a promotion or raise. Remember to call in, guys, 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Anybody else?
Maya Thompson says you can reiterate what we said. You can make a lot of money in sales.
Definitely a lot of money in doing it. But, it's all about that sacrifice of success.
Right.
You ready to put in the miles and time? Cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it. I just think a lot of times people, we're going to do a show about that too, being realistic about the commitment
your
sacrifice
ability and inability to accomplish something like that. You may see a person making $9 million a year as an employee, as a salesman, and you like, I can do that, but you don't realize that he's never home. He lives out of a suitcase. You get what I'm saying?
Drinking Pepto-Bismol all day. Let me stop. But that's real though, and everybody really willing to make some of them sacrifices.
Right.
To get some of them things and stuff like that. Again, we're talking about things to help you overcome your fear of as for a promotion or raise. The next one is choosing the right time. Now, this is very, very important. We start talking about choosing the right time. Guys, time matters. Pick an appropriate time to discuss your promotion, preferably during a performance review or when you've recently achieved a significant milestone. Guys, if you know company sales are down, going through a recession and all that, I don't necessarily know if it would be the wisest time to do it. You know what I'm saying? What's fair, unfair, but you got to kind of have a pulse of what's going on before you start asking for certain things. That way you don't have to be caught up into, because that's an easy way for them to rebut your legitimate request. But you sitting there like, well, I gotta have this, that, and that. Well, how can they justify? You know it's real. How can they justify giving you more money when they ain't got no money coming in?
Right.
So you got time is very, very important. Time is very important.
And they can use that to make you, like, if they feel like you are a valuable person and they want you to stay, they can use the fact that they're not making money to keep you standing by saying, right now we losing money, but 6 months, we got you.
Yeah.
And then 6 months come, nothing's happening. They forgot all about what they promised. You get what I'm saying? But you do something. You're the only person that can turn that knob. So they got to keep you around till they get somebody else to get you to train somebody else to do.
Yeah, and that whole aspect of with time, and you gotta get have some kind of idea of what the financial health of the company is. Especially want to sit here and look at it, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of the things in the Walmart workers, everybody was kept bringing up the Walmart makes X amount of millions of dollars and all this other kind of stuff. But you looking at the company, and there are those people in corporate America where they're gonna keep bumping back. Well, we're doing this, we're making this kind of money, but we're putting it in this, we're offering this to you, we're offering that to you. Those kind of services you may not be looking for. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have some kind of pulse to know what's going on with that. Shit happen to me all the time. Just say you had your tax business and people working for you. Man, you making this kind of money, you ought to be able to do this, that, and that. You don't know what the hell I'm bringing home. Because they don't be, people that work for you, I'm on the other side for a second.
Right.
People don't know what the hell I'm paying for rent, what I'm paying for insurance, or what I'm paying
to get the programs you have to get.
Exactly. I see, you saying, okay, I charge this, you see X amount of people coming in and getting their taxes done, so you like, man, I should be able to make this right here and now. If you want to go try to do it for yourself, but again, they are taking into consideration, looking at what I got coming in, not looking at what I got going out.
Right.
But that's why it's so important for you to have a definite idea of how the company is doing with making a pitch. Remember what we say, guys, don't get traffic confused with profits.
Right.
Folks may have a lot of shit going on, but they ain't really got no money in their bank. So you got to make sure you're paying attention to that and having a good idea of what they have going on financially. That's super important, because that can help you in regards to initiating. Federal jobs. Most federal jobs, think about it, they're doing their promoting, they're doing their hiring, because the fiscal period starts, they start October 1st
Yes.
So a lot of federal jobs up to September
October
30th.
1st.
Yeah, up to the end of September, you see a lot of federal agencies, even some corporate, entities. They'll do a lot of hiring and promoting and all that kind of stuff then because the new fiscal year is going to get ready to start October 1st. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. That's why I said knowing the actual pulse of everything to get a good idea of that. So that timing is critical. Timing is critical. When they done came out a whole lot of money or do some kind of renovations or it's been a lot of big capital expenditures, it probably won't be the most wisest thing to approach.
You've been complaining about how bad the cameras is, and they got 12 new ones.
Exactly.
The POS systems.
Exactly. So having a kind of idea that I think that's super important. So again, we're talking about how to get over that fear of asking for a promotion or raise. We're going through a couple of tips that I think will help you guys. When you make that approach, guys, and we're going to go simple sign with it, but you got to be professional and confident. And remember what we just said, be confident. You're confident when you know your shit.
Right.
You know your shit, you're confident.
You good, yeah.
So you got to make sure you got, you dress right, attitude right, body language good, using proper tact. Don't try to be over-aggressive where you make things contentious. We're doing it and stuff like that. But just be prepared, and that's why I say you got to get your mental and your skin together to hear some shit you want to think about it here. And they be like, because when you come in with, hey, I've done ...
Right.
Like, shit. Okay. You got to be prepared for the okay.
Right.
Because how I see the world, how you see the world could be totally different things, and we're looking at the same thing.
Right.
Right? You do not know, you hope people actually sit here and value you or look at you a certain way, but the thing that you're looking for, looking at what you do, and what they consider is actually being productive, whatever, maybe something totally different. That's why it's so important, again, to get that pulse. What are y'all trying to see? What are y'all looking at? You know what I'm saying? Because if a company is based off, you're looking at pulling 30, 40 orders a night, but if they're looking more at, not necessarily the volume of orders, but more so like, are there any kind of returns? Or is there any kind of damage? What's the ratio of that? That's what you need to be focused on in regards to what you're going to relay back to them, right? You still got to do your task and your job, but when you're delivering information to you in regards to trying to get that promotion or raise, get them the information that they need to see. Very important. Right. Very important stuff. That same thing like when you're in business, man, and you're trying to, get that picture, that angle. Tell them what they need, they want to hear. What they gonna make
makes you valuable to them.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
Just like you want to talk to a young lady, and you trying to tell her certain things that ain't impressive. What she want to hear? She pretty, she that. Some want to know how they look.
What you gonna do for them?
Some want to know, exactly. Get your story together.
Right.
What did they want to hear? And everybody can be different. You got 5 in a row, everybody want to hear something different.
Right.
How they look, what you do, what you got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna give it them everything, tell them all the story they need to hear.
There you go.
In order to get past the interest.
Again, guys, tonight we're talking about how to get over that fear of getting a promotion and raise. I am Deonte Burden, and this is Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Remember, right now we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. If you're looking, you actually can look in the description section of all the videos. I think you're looking on LinkedIn, Facebook, and the YouTube stream. All the links to everything will be on there. If you're looking on, that's right, it's not on damn TikTok. But if you go on YouTube and put in Deonte Burden, D-E-O-N-T-E, last name Burden, B-U-R-D-E-N, you see, if you're looking at us on the stream here, you can see, just give me the name of the show. You guys go on YouTube, punch that in, look for the blue man icon, and everything will pop up. Everything with the blue man icon on YouTube, so definitely go there and check that out. And please call in, guys. You got any questions or comments and everything like that, call in. The number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Another thing we got to look at, guys, make sure you communicate effectively. Clearly state out your case. Clearly state out your case. What I always tell you, guys, make sure you don't leave no conversation with a person they don't know exactly where you stand. You do not left that conversation, and they are like, well, I think he was talking about this. Well, I'm not for sure what he meant or what. No, you know what the hell I said. What the hell what I meant is what I said.
Right.
There's no confusion. And if you want to just sit here and just, fuzzy this up in your damn brain, that's on you. What I said is what the hell I meant.
Right.
So there is no gray area. There is no loss of interpretation. And people need to do that so much. And a lot of times folks just try to get stuff off of them. Well, it sounded like you did this. No, it didn't sound like shit. It sounded like what the hell I said.
Right.
Where you were being aggressive. I wasn't being aggressive. I told you what I damn meant.
Right.
And sometimes people cower out of things to kind of deflect what you're trying to do or what you're trying to say. So you got to make sure that you're very clear and concise in what you say directly. I want this.
Right.
All right. This is what I need. It ain't I want a raise.
All right.
No, hell no. I want this amount of money and stuff like
Period.
that. And that's it. All that other kind of stuff, we don't have no confusion.
But you have to be prepared for the consequences of that too.
Well, consequences ain't shit, worst they can say is no. You know what I'm saying?
Or
You fired.
yeah. I mean, you gotta take in all the consequences. You can't just say the no part. We gotta take in all the consequences, because generally when you ask for a raise and you expecting them to say no, you might have this on there.
Well,
accept feedback. There you go. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna go on down to that.
Well, that's the thing about it. Just being able to, like I said, while you're doing that whole spiel, you're doing active listening, because they getting their response. We got budgets, we got this, you need more experience with this, that, and that. You got better do it. Now, you may be quick on your toes. Well, you can sit here and give a rebuttal for that, or just say that, or then you can go back to the lab. Well, listen, they said they can't do it now because I don't have A, B, and C.
Right.
Go get A, B, and C and go to that. Exactly. Because just because we don't get the result we want, as long as we got some kind of direction, you can move with it. But not asking, guys, you'll never know.
That's true.
You never know. You never know where a person's staying. You never know where a person's staying. That girl like you the whole time. You ain't said a damn thing.
Say one word to her.
Because of your fear.
Because you thought.
You worried about getting.
What you thought.
What the boy said, the guy, the booty bandit, be on the little videos. The guy was in prison. He told the guy, he said, if I see you, I like you, I'm going to get you.
What?
Like I ain't seen that show.
I ain't saw that one.
Man, that was funny as hell.
I ain't saw that one at
It was
all.
one of my viral penitentiary dudes.
Okay.
He said, I see you, I like you.
I'm going to get you.
We can do it the hard way or the smart way.
Never know till you ask.
That's a welcome, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a welcome.
Shit. Boy, I tell you, again, we're talking about how to get over that fear of asking for a promotion or raise. The next one is, and we kind of nearing in the end of our list, guys. I hope it's been real beneficial to you. Be open to negotiation. Salary and benefits. Be open to discussing not only your job title, but you may seek salary and benefits. Be able, open mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if you everyone hasn't been in any form of actual mediation, but you just kind of have the highs I go, the lowest I go, the stuff I'm kind of cool with, the stuff I will not do, or whatever. Have all that stuff written down. So when you start going to the table, well, I can make you this, but I can't really pay you this. I can pay you this, but I can't necessarily give you this title. Because we start talking about promotions and raises, it's kind of, counterintuitive. Sometimes people can give you a bump. Like you working at McDonald's back in the day, shit, we made about $6, $7 working. They give you a bow tie and a dress shirt. Yeah, they pay you $8. Maybe $2 or $3 more, but they give you a world of more responsibility and work the hell out you. That was just some backwards ass damn psychology. I don't know what they do now, but that was just one of those psychology, because some person may feel better. Say, you're an adult, and somebody else you work at McDonald's, you're like, well, I'm a manager.
Right.
And psychologically, you only make a little bit more than everybody else.
But title-wise.
But title-wise, there's something to feel good about.
Right.
So you got to kind of, again, I'm not knocking nobody, but I'm just saying, you got to kind of be prepared with stuff from a negotiation standpoint. Just have that stuff wrote down about, as far as what you're willing to do, not doing those kind of things, okay? Handle rejection gracefully. Like Larry said, be able to accept feedback and go from there and stuff like that. And be realistic about with yourself, man. I know me. And I can sit here and go over and tell people, hey, you know, to do this and all that kind of stuff. Keep working or whatever and stuff. We're doing it. Be prepared if that shit don't happen. What's your
next move?
What's your next move gonna be?
Right.
Be it leaving, suck it up, move on, whatever. But you gotta kind of make sure you prepare for all that shit.
Mentally, physically, and financially.
Absolutely. So gotta make sure you got that in place.
Because let me tell you what I think. That's just my opinion. From me being the manager, from being CEO, from the CEO to the president to me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking, if you come to me for a raise and I'm telling you no, now I'm expecting you to get ready to leave. So you get what I'm saying? That's how it works in corporate America. That's how it works in companies like that. If you come to me for a raise and I can't give you the raise, or I don't think you're qualified for the raise or the title, and I'm telling you no, now in my head I'm thinking, oh, they finna get ready to go. So now I'm looking for your what? Replacement.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You be looking to go, or you already got another option on the table.
Right.
We're doing it.
But you're not telling them that,
yeah.
But they already expecting it.
Yeah. That's true with that, man.
Yeah.
That's true. You gotta be ready for that.
Right.
You come in, like you said, to your point, next day, they lay you off because we know we didn't tell them, they don't want to get stuck with that. So just kind of be prepared for that. And lastly, guys, when we start again talking about how to get over that fear of, how to get over the fear to ask for a promotion or raise, is, try to get you a good mentor. Mm-hmm. Try to get you a good mentor that can kind of give you the whole spiel and what to say, what to do, proper pathway and stuff like that. Keep you in sync with everything. Mm-hmm. Can do your little G-check every now and so often and let you know if you're still on track or everything. Mm-hmm. Have them OGs in place. I am where I am right now because I have some solid OGs. And to my credit, I listen to them. Didn't necessarily hear everything I wanted to hear, but I listened to them and everything, and the rest was kind of history on my end. But also kind of, make sure that, if you know something is really unfair, not you just didn't like what they said, be prepared to go talk with HR and all the other kind of stuff. Discrimination is real. Glass ceilings are real. Mm-hmm. I mean, I done met them all. So I'm not finna go from that school of thought that if you work hard, you do what you're supposed to get rewarded. That shit didn't happen to me.
Right. It don't necessarily work that way.
Yeah, it didn't damn happen to me. They damn bamboozled, blackballed, all kind of shit with my ass and stuff. But I had to be realistic about, do you want to keep going here, or therefore don't feel the way, because you be like, I like it here and everything like that. They're not going to appreciate me. And so you got to say to yourself, well, how far along can I go with this shit? How far along can I feel like I'm getting pissed on? I'm not really being utilized the way I'm supposed to be. So it's just something to kind of think about. Ask for promotion is a common part of career growth, and most employees appreciate employees who take the initiative to express their ambitions. Approach the conversation with professionalism, confidence, and a clear demonstration of your value to the organization. Know your worth, guys, but know your worth by actually being able to explain what your worth is, okay? Well, listen, guys, man, this was a great show. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Me and Laptop, before the show, I did a video that's going kind of viral. Well, we were talking about relationships, and in general, I had did a video about being lonely and married. And we'll probably expound on that on a probably hour-long show, possibly next week. We're doing it, guys. So make sure, just like great topics what we did tonight, and other ones like that, go to the YouTube channel. That's Change the Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Subscribe to it, man. Shit, over 700 videos on the YouTube channel. You can take advantage of the great information that we're discussing there. So listen, I appreciate you guys that tuned in tonight. I love you all. I want you all to be safe, and I will talk with you soon.